was a space scientist. I often come across this question. If space is your thing, then what are you doing here? Let me answer this with a very simple question. Why the leaves are green? Just assume this question is asked in a classroom by a student to his teacher, to which teacher replies, because of chlorophyll. He takes down the notes, regurgitates, and puts it back in the examination paper. Scores well, and he is happy. Let's call this scenario A. Now we have a scenario B. The same student asks the same question to a different teacher. And this time the teacher explains what is so different with chlorophyll that gives the leaf the green color, and relates it to the magnificent blue appearance of the sky and different phenomena where we perceive colors. And the journey continues with more questions, more answers, and the student at the end finds himself pretty close to the nature. We call it scenario B. Is there anything wrong with scenario A? Scenario A here is promoting rote learning, while scenario B is motivating inquisitiveness, the understanding of knowledge, tendency of asking relevant questions, while scenario A is promoting looking for pre-cooked answers. When the life will throw real-time questions at this particular kid of scenario A, he will be searching the scripts. And when he will not find the answers there, he will succumb. In this motion, we are moving away from the purpose of education. What is the purpose of education? Education enables, with the power of knowledge, an individual to prepare for life. But in Indian context, this definition gets little skewed. We equate education with either being an engineer or a doctor. Parents, I'm telling you, they think that if their kid gets an admission in IIT or IIM or AIMS, that is the final verdict, rather referendum on their parenting skills. My story is no different. I am part of the same script. My journey started with Samsung, not ISRO. When I was in class 10th, I scored really well. So I went to my teacher and asked him, so what shall I do? He told me, take biology and mathematics. Keep both the options available. Manish, you are a bright kid. And then the movie started as per the script. And in the climax, it was a happy ending. By the time I finished my class 12th, I was board topper, I got admitted in BITS Pilani. But then there, I started a sequel to the same story. I took again options. I took MSc Physics and BE in Electrical and Electronics Engineering. Because what I learned is keeping options is good. And again, by the time we came to the climax, again it's a happy ending. I got a job in MNC, Samsung, and sooner I got an opportunity to go on site. Now there, questions started coming to my mind. I didn't like the script anymore, and I quit. I joined ISRO, and then there I felt really happy. We have seen many talks, many videos, many memes, which question the educational system in India. That how this is so much nonsensical that we ask an athlete about his strength by the number of research papers he can write. I know this is nonsensical, we all know this is nonsensical. But then there have been only words, no action. That's why I decided that I'll quit my job, the job that I love so much. I'll quit ISRO to take the initiative. Initiative to touch upon lives, to aspire minds, and to nurture talent. So comes the question. They ask me, if space is your thing, what are you doing here? That's what I am doing here. On everyday basis, I interact with many parents and students. And I'm telling you, the situation is really serious. Here we are talking about a guy in 5th standard. We have gone insane. The sea. People tell that nothing in this world has power over you until you allow that thing to have exercise power. Is it true in case of this particular kid? When you approach your parents with something else other than education, they will tell you, "Bacche, first finish your degree, settle down in life, and then do whatever you want to do." In our years, when we are, coming up in age, our formative years, the role of parents and teacher increases manifold because they should allow the information to come to the younger minds, to aspiring minds, so that they can make informed choices. But what happens actually is just opposite of it. They block all the information flow and rather make the communication a one-way traffic. In India right now we have 65% youth and 27% children population. We call it demographic dividend. This is a vast resource that can fuel the growth and development of this whole big country. As a country, we are growing young, while most others are growing old. But if we mishandle this particular resource, the situation can be really chaotic to handle. I interact with graduating students also, in different seminars, in different meetings, sessions that we conduct across different institutes, and ask them a very simple question. What do you want to do next in your life? I'm not asking the complete plan of your life. I'm just asking, what do you want to do next? What's your next step? And most of them are clueless. I have never got a convincing answer that this is what I want to do with my life. Just next step. See, with the knowledge, with the education, the power, the question that should be really simple to answer has become the toughest one right now. I feel somewhere we have come in equilibrium. The students and the system, they are in equilibrium, and no one is disturbing the other, no one is questioning the other. So, the next thing is, biology says that living state is a non-equilibrium state. And physics says that any non-equilibrium state is capable of doing work. What kind of work we are talking about? You can do any work in your life, but you need a purpose. Life needs a purpose. Right now we are sitting here. We may sit idle, but our brain is working, our heart is pumping. We are sensing, we are aspiring. We are up, we are thriving. Then who is going to tell you your purpose of life? No one. It's you have to find. But then, Werner Heisenberg has said, the guy who gave the uncertainty principle, he said, it is more often seen that when you ask the right question, you are more than halfway to the solution. That's why I came with the STAR approach. The STAR approach is the approach to define your own success. Based on my interaction with the students from age group 13 till 21st, graduating students, high school students, and all these years after quitting ISRO, I devised this approach. And the first star in this approach is be a scientist. Yes, be a scientist. In late 19th and early 20th century, Albert Einstein, Niels Bohr, Maxwell, Faraday, they just asked questions. They questioned the status quo of Newtonian mechanics, its viability. And you know what emerged from this? Laptops, mobile phones, space technology, the complete IT revolution that we are seeing. That just came, that became impossible so possible because someone asked a relevant question sometime. If you take the example from other walk of life, Sachin Tendulkar, Leonardo DiCaprio, Amitabh Bachchan, Cristiano Ronaldo, these all guys should have asked one question to their life, and the question would have been, what do they want to do next? Searching for the purpose. Remember, the whole external world is a teacher, which arouses feelings in us. And when these feelings take a shape of willingness and convert themselves into a tremendous force, and that force, when runs through your nerves, through your muscles, through your bones, it converts your whole setup, physical setup, into an instrument of success. But can you think the guy in scenario A who is used to the pre-cooked solutions, can he ask those questions? I don't think so. Now we come to the second star of the approach. Apply card theory. Card theory says that you play the best game you can with the cards that the life has served you. You know what happened one day? I got up from the sleep, it's a sunny day, and somehow, I don't know how, life just gave me the answer to the biggest question. I was asking my life, how can I be successful? Life told me in very simple words, go and cross the river. I was like, wow, so simple. I rushed to the river and took the jump. But then I realized, wait, I don't know swimming. What's going to happen? I'll drown, right? You should be ambitious, but you can't be stupid. I was the part of Mars orbiter mission, Mangalyaan. You know, we started on 5th of November 2013 and we reached Martian orbit on 24th of September 2014. NASA started a bit late on 18th of November and they reached 2 days before us on 22nd of September. Now if that day would have said no, we can't allow this to happen. We will follow the same trajectory that NASA is taking. Why to waste so much days? We could have put the whole mission in jeopardy. You know why? Because our PSLV, our launch vehicle, is not having that much capabilities of carrying the load to that particular trajectory. So what we did? We played best with our cards. We assessed ourselves. We first informed ourselves that yes, what we can do. Then we committed to the plan. And what we achieved is success in the first ever attempt to reach Mars. And that too at a mere cost of ₹7 per kilometer. You must all have heard about that, right? While NASA has to spend 9 folds more than that. And with this, we come to the next star. Enjoy your road trip. Have you ever taken a road trip? Any one of you? Road trips start with a single question. And the question is, we want to have fun, right? So road trips are all about fun. But you have to ask a question. Where to? And then you have to assess yourself, check your cards. You want to take a road trip? Take a road trip. But do you know how to drive in the first place? Then, can you drive at a stretch for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day? Where you are going to take the rest? If car breaks down in the middle of nowhere, what are you going to do? Can you repair? So all these questions have to be addressed. But then, as soon as you hit the road, you are not seeking the answers to those questions. You are totally submerged in the road trip. You enjoy the journey rather than thinking, oh my God, car shouldn't break down here, there is no one here. Right? You are not thinking that. Never. You are enjoying, you are playing the music loud and you are enjoying your road trip, your journey. Okay, Sachin Tendulkar, we all know the legend. We talk about Sachin had a tremendous journey in the cricketing career. We call it a journey. We don't say Sachin finally reached the main destination of cricket. No? But has he never failed? How many times Sachin got out on zero? Many. How many times the whole nation has questioned the capabilities of Sachin Tendulkar, that whether he can win the matches for us? Many times. But then he came back rushing and with full vigor. Right? So with this, we come to the last star. You have to respect your time zone. Remember one thing, when it is your time, it is your time. The time to glory, the time to shine. And no one can take that time away from you. But then, till that time comes, you should be focused, you should be committed. You should have a single goal in your mind and you just keep working on that. Virat Kohli, 29 years of age, has all the name, fame, money, you name it. He is a brand. And now he is having Anushka too. Right? What do you think our Honorable Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi ji, he was doing when he was 29? Right? He is in his time zone. He is in his 60s, but then he is our Honorable Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi ji. That's what we mean when we say respect your time zone. Because when your time comes to be a star, you will be a star. So these are the 4 stars of the approach. Never mind failures. Never mind mistake. Never ever mind struggles. Either you know or you learn. No one fails here. I know we have a dream. And when we have a dream, we ask for success. But then, it shouldn't be the extremities. If you have to change something, that can only be internal. You can't ask for changes in the external world. You can't curse the night for being dark and cold. Rather, you prepare for the night with a hot cup of coffee and enjoy it under the starlit sky. That makes sense. When the life gives you the idea that defines your own success, let that idea get into your brain, reach your heart, get into your veins through the blood, and permeate every pore of your body. Dear friends, all those individuals who have seen undisputable success have made this world a beautiful place to live in. And I wish that our story will do. Define your own success and touch upon lives. Thank you. Let's shine.